Well, the woman, the myth, the legend that is Megan Rapinoe wrote her name further into history tonight as she became the first ever player to have their jersey retired at the Seattle Reign. And it was truly fitting for a woman who is just an absolute icon both on and off the football pitch. And like I said, she made history tonight. And she didn't even have to take the pitch there, but of course, she's felt the love at the Seattle Reign, where she spent over a decade with them, starting with them way back in 2013. Emotional night for someone who has done so much for the game and so much just for women and the sport off of it. There you see some of her accomplishments, and it's something that we can wax lyrical about. And to all of us, she is an absolute icon, someone that we just absolutely love to be in her presence. But to Ali Krieger, she's just one of her besties.
Megan Rapinoe, one of my best friends. Thank you for joining us tonight on Futbol W. I am so happy that you're here. Congratulations. What an incredible night. First and foremost, though, Alexis and I are in studio, and we've been checking out the fit. You look beautiful as always. Where'd you get those pants?
You know, I picked these up when I was in Paris. Dover Street Market is elite over there, and the shirt too. And I just really had to get all involved and pop out in my best for Seattle today.
Well, you look amazing, and what an incredible night and moment for you in front of the supporters, your city, your teammates, your friends, and most importantly, your family. What does tonight mean to you and this moment as you look back on your club career playing for the Reign?
I mean, I said it a little bit in my speech. I know, like, my number is going up, and that will be, you know, something that the fans can look at and think about me. But when I look at that number, I'll see them. I'll see the, you know, the years, the decade plus that I played here. I'll see the wins, the losses. I'll see all the advocacy work that they did right alongside us, and all of the pride flags and the equal pay chants. And I'll see little kids with pink and purple hair, and I'll see like fans crazed just the way that we were. So to me, it's like so special to be able to share this with everyone. Obviously, to be honored in this way, I don't even have words for that. I mean, I'm just like a little too overwhelmed in that way to even like totally fully let that honor sink in. But for me, I think to have the opportunity to thank them back for all of these incredible years was just really special. And again, to have my family here and so many people who I love so much, it just means the world.
And like you mentioned, it's been, you know, incredible years, and you've played, you know, your NWSL club career the entire time for the Reign, and that's almost unheard of. Not many players get the opportunity to do that, and you've been performing this well at the stage for so long. But what will you miss most playing for the city and for the Reign?
I already know. I miss it every day, and it's showing up to the locker room, getting a coffee and like a weird bagel with Harves and Jess and Lou and all the other players, and just banter and talking my ish and having so much fun and battling and being in it. Like, we, you know, some years we were great, some years we were not great. Sometimes we won, sometimes we didn't. But being able to show up every day and knowing that you're in it like that with other people, and knowing you're all kind of fighting for the same goal, that was amazing. And then obviously, you know, to score bangers. I miss scoring bangers. People always are like, oh, do you miss the game? And do you want to come out of retirement? I'm like, if I could come out of my prime and like playing the gold medal match, yes, I'm ready.
You're like,
not.
one game, and I'll be back.
I'm not
I'll be back just to score the goals. So I know that obviously transitioning, you know, into life after sport, you know, is sometimes difficult for all of us because it's just new, and, you know, other passions that you want to achieve and go for. So what is the most surprising aspect of this transition of life after sport for you? And what have you basically, you know, I guess, what's been surprising to you along this football journey that you've chosen?
I don't know if it's surprising to me, but just how physically done I was. I was so tired at the end. Obviously, I had a terrible injury. I still feel like maybe we shared the chip, but it's fine. We sized the ring for. I can have a little piece.
Yeah,
but I think just how much I've been able to like stay involved in the game just as a fan, and like how ready I was to be on the other side of things. And then how much like I love doing what I'm doing. Obviously, Sue and I just started a podcast, Touch More, and we're really excited about that. We're still like figuring out how to do it, and we're very green and very new. We're accepting feedback. what we do, but I feel like just like how ready I was and how excited I am to be in this next phase of life, even though it's weird and it's hard and it's, really a challenge, kind of transitioning into just a totally different way of life that doesn't have soccer at the center of it. It's also really fun and enjoyable and something that I'm really loving.
So I know you've obviously had a tremendous impact on the global game, and I was lucky enough to watch it unfold in real time. And your visibility, your popularity, your advocacy for equality, for social justice and activism has been incredible to watch. And what are you most proud of the impact that you've had in your career on that side of the game?
I think I'm most proud that the game is in just such a better place. And I think that you should be able to say the same. And, Becky and Kelly and Tobin and Press and Alex and so many people, Carly, that we played with for all of these years, like we really were doing two things at once. We were trying to be the best that we could and win championships and be elite and successful. And we also were trying to do that off the field. And I look at, the national team now or where the league is. They just signed an incredible new CBA and a new media deal last year. And just the place that women's sports is, I feel like we had a really big impact on that. And I just look at the next 10 years in the NWSL and think, wow, how incredible that's going to be. And then I think also, seeing how many out players there are and seeing, trans flags flying in the stands and seeing Black Lives Matter flags flying in the stands and, not just players expressing what they believe and who they are, but fans as well. And we've created, I think, a really beautiful, inclusive, really progressive place for not just the players to play, but for the fans to show up and be exactly who they are as well. And I feel like undoubtedly we've just been a part of making the game a better place to play and to be a fan and to be a part of. And I'm really proud of that. And I think so many players from our generation should be very proud of that. You as well.
Yeah, and thank you. And I've always been inspired by you in that way. And I know you encouraged me over the years to continue to do that, fight for what's good and fight for what's right. And so thank you for, always pushing us to be better in that way. But, what drives you to continue to fight for what's right?
I mean, for me, I just feel like I obviously was born with this gift and this talent of playing soccer that, of course I worked hard throughout the years, but I was born with an incredible talent. So it's what are you going to do with that? Yes, I want to win and I want to win championships. I want to be the best player I can, but I feel like I was part of a generation that took a lot of pride in making the game a better place than when we found it and leaving the game in a better place. And when we put our mind to something as women, as athletes, we're generally successful. And I feel like you look back at this period of time, just in women's sports, not just in soccer, but in basketball and hockey and tennis and, everything. And look at what we've done. Look at the growth that we've had, whether it's in the media deals or the business or, players being able to come out and just be who they are and play the game that they love. I feel like for me, you only get this short amount of time on earth. And if my only purpose is being a good soccer player, I don't think that is enough for me. So I want to maximize my time here and use every, little bit of gift and talent and skill and hard work that I have to try to make the world a little bit better of a place. I know that's a little bit cliche, but I feel like that's kind of been the mantra all along for me and a lot of people that I played with. And I feel like it's been a successful playbook. So I'm going to continue with that.
I agree, and I think if you take care of your little puzzle piece in the world, then all the other puzzle pieces will come together eventually, and we'll all be on the same page. But and that's also such a beautiful platform you can use now with the Touch More too, to also encourage others to want to continue to do the same. But most importantly, in the last question, because I want to be mindful of your time, the game's going to continue. But what's your favorite memory you share with me playing football together over the years? Because I know there's a lot, so you're going to have to sift through it all, but...
Yeah, 99% of them are totally unable to be put out on national television.
Our wine and dinner nights? Nothing that has to do with football?
Yeah, that's... Those are for the documentary. To be honest, I think my... two moments. The 2011 World Cup, you're winning penalty kick against Brazil, which was still the most insane game I've ever played in. And that whole thing was just so wild. But when you subbed in at halftime of the 2019 World Cup, I mean, I was in those trenches with you for those number of years that you were inexplicably left off the team and wrongfully, in my opinion. And we had so many nights where I was just like, I just don't think you're done. I really don't. I don't understand why you would think that because you're not getting called in. But I was like, I just felt like there's just no way your talent's going to be undeniable. And in the moment where we needed you the most, literally in the final of the World Cup, there you were being exactly who you are. And I think not just for me to be able to witness that, but I think just knowing you and knowing what went into that and being able to be on the same field as your friend, as someone who I'm going to, love you forever and be your friend forever. I thought that for you, that was just an unbelievably special moment, and not everybody gets moments like that, and I feel like it was just so deserved. And you bodied it and you loved it.
Okay, well, tonight's not about me, all right? So it's back to you.
Yes.
And I just wanted to say, Peens, I love you so much. You're one of my best friends, and I value our friendship, and that's probably one of the most important things that I've gained, over the years, playing alongside you as your teammate and just supporting you. So I'm so glad football brought us together. I'm glad we're damn good footballers so that we could participate on the same team. But beyond, your contributions extend far beyond the playing field and your achievements. And so you've played such a crucial role in advancing the visibility, equality, and social relevance of women's sports, leaving a lasting legacy for so many generations. And so you absolutely deserve this achievement. I'm so proud of you as one of your friends and former teammates, and you're stuck with me. So I wish I could be there tonight. Drink an Aperol Spritz for me. And,
I got you.
congratulations again. I appreciate you so much, and I love you so much.